Pause on you.
All right, okay. Yep, this is. Yep. Oh, it's not even that big.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Trending Experience. For today, we will finally be revealing the truth behind world-renowned and arguably UK's biggest YouTuber, KSI, on the very, very thought-over topic. Is his forehead really that big? Now, without a shadow of a doubt, over the past decade, this has been a topic which has probably kept KSI up in his sleep. Many people around the world pinpointing it, whether through Pinterest, TikTok, face-to-face arguments from his boxing career, to his Sidemen videos, to even just kids pointed it out. Is there a general concern, or is it just a bit of a meme exaggeration? And we will be beginning shortly as we cover this and finally figure out the truth. And we're behind some of the finest experts on health and well-being. You can definitely confirm that all the information here will be nothing but the truth. But before we delve into that truth, we need to first understand where the source of his story came from. But we need to wind the clocks back to 2015. For you see, back in KSI's early days, taking us back to 2012 to 2015, fans and other creators started making fun of his forehead size. In comment sections and memes, it wasn't because it was actually big, it was actually just an easy visual joke people could exaggerate when parring one another or conversing in dialogue which is not designed to benefit one another. Like many classic internet roasts, it stuck because KSI himself played along with it. Instead of getting defensive, he joked about it in the videos, laughed at memes, and even referenced it during Sidemen videos and Reddit reactions. Now let's actually roll it in the future during his boxing era of 2018-2020. When KSI started boxing, the meme got even bigger, not just nationally but more global. Opponents like Logan Paul and fans from both sides used it as trash talk material during conference calls or even battle royales on Twitter. Memes about his 5 head spread all over Twitter and Reddit. KSI leaned into it, turning it into a self-aware brand of humour. Did he ever think it would still be going on 10 years later? I don't think so. But he even joked about it if his headband and do-rag was protecting his hairline. Fueling the meme instead of letting it die, talk about the old saying shoot yourself in the foot kind of situation. But let's talk about the hairline part. The hairline jokes came after people noticed KSI changing hairstyles and occasionally tighter trims around his hairline and even around, especially when he boxed or did promo shoots. Some fans speculated about it receding and receding further back, especially as he grew his hair out and made it more like a hair bubble / dreadlocks look. Again, mostly for the meme but not reality. He's actually had a consistent hairline for many years, if you want to look over his past 5 years. It's just that angles and camera shots in certain videos make it look different at times, especially when you have your hair done upwards and of course it stretches part of your scalp upwards. But let's get to the bottom why it lasted so long. KSI owns his jokes, okay? He doesn't get too defensive, apart from maybe a more recent video some people might have seen on his own channel. But for the most part, over the last 10 years, he's embraced the jokes and he even uses the jokes for himself. You know, we all like people who don't take themselves too seriously, and arguably, that's been a major centre point as why people still follow him to this day after 10 or so years. The Sidemen community loves running gags and gigs. So that only, of course, fits in the culture of the team. Now, for most people, it's harmless banter. For him, maybe it is. I don't know if it still is, but he still embraces most of it. And that became part of his public image, like the JJ laugh or the try not to laugh clips. Many material we can see associating to that regarding his forehead and his hairline. So, to get to the bottom and conclude, the KSI forehead or the hairline thing, should we say, is 100% exaggerated, not really 100% serious at all. It's a classic YouTube meme, and that shows that KSI's confidence and humour turn potential insults into long-term entertainment. But is he potentially going to get bored of it? Yes, as I said, we have seen recent videos of even when his, make him laugh when £1,000 videos. It probably gets boring, people will start off the same joke, but ultimately it gets a laugh for the most part. But understandably, from visually when you see him without his bandana, he has a very unique structure, that of the predator creature of his forehead. He has got a very wide forehead, but does that actually mean there's anything wrong with it? No. According to the experts down in the trending labs, it checks out fine. His measurements works out within correlation, what you would expect. He just has a bit of a natural big head, and that's fine, but it's nothing out of the ordinary. It's proportionate with the rest of his body. There's no tumour growing, there's no exaggerated 5 stacks tower growing on top. It's just often a way, we often appreciate the differences between dreadlocks and when you have a trimmed sides, like a skin fade. To KSI's defence, I've always said as an arguably one of the biggest creative innovators in this country, KSI's forehead isn't just big, it is just buffering with more ideas that's waiting to explode out of his head. I think we would probably all agree. I think that his forehead, regardless on the truth, is iconic when it has his own fan base on Reddit, so we can confirm. And I think without a shadow of a doubt, if KSI ever actually headbutted a wall, we'd probably get all 5 bars of Wi-Fi across this country consistently. People say KSI's forehead is large, but honestly, I think it's just a limited edition widescreen feature. But that's really it for today. I think this is a very lucky man with a very unique forehead. Is there anything that's particularly outstanding within the measurements expectations? No, but understand, there is no evidence, no metrical evidence suggesting he's even got any receding hairline. It is just simply his hairstyle. So for anyone that of course enjoyed this, why not just leave a like and a comment on your thoughts on this video? And if you want me to cover any more of the Sidemen or any well-known other individuals across the world, just send a little comment down below in this video and I'll get to it. Well, thank you very much and welcome back to the Trending Brief, and thank you very much for your support. See you soon.